Hey, welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona Meade. A YouTube podcast is what I should say. So today is Financial Freedom Friday. No, Financial Freedom Sunday. Oh, no. I forgot to do my own vibrational money spending. I almost want to end this live so I can do it, go back and do it, and then come back live. Oh my gosh. All right, let me back up a bit. So, welcome to the Soul Legacy TV Spiritual Business Success with Iona Meade. Financial Freedom Sunday is where we talk about money, right? We talk about the money because we need to. As light workers, as service business owners, as spiritual entrepreneurs, we want to be talking about money. We want to be going into 2024 like all set, right? Are you all set? Do you know who your soul clients are? We're going to be talking about, and we're going to be talking about linking that to the financial freedom. All right, so let me get focused because I'm getting messages. So as I see spiritual business success, right, for us, and talking about soul clients, if we are not working with anyone, if we don't have any soul clients in our business, in our spiritual business, then it actually isn't a spiritual business. It just isn't a business. And if we are light workers who do not have any clients, then we are not a practicing light worker. If we are light workers who say that we want to birth light in the world, then, and we are not adding that transformation, then we're fearful, and we are fearing success, fearing selling, and fearing failure, then we are at the lowest vibrational frequency that we can be in. So the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast has got you. That is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about raising our vibration so that we are in alignment, right? And I just had, so on this YouTube podcast, if you're new to me, apologies, I talk about journaling together, visualizing together. The Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge is what we're going to do. We're going to do it vibrationally. Then I'm going to invite you via the links to come and join me to build a spiritual business model. Put it on your vision board, the light work and lifestyle that you want to manifest, that work-life balance, and then come and do it with me, like in the visible world, right? I've got a framework, I've got a one-page plan for you, all the things. And we're going to express gratitude together. We're going to talk about the soul guided action steps. We're going to talk about letting things go, all the things today, right? And every single day. So I was talking to my niece, right? And one of my nieces, and she actually left this book for me. I'm staying at her mum's now. She moved out. Make It Happen. Manifest the Life of Your Dreams, right? By Jordana Levin, or Levin, I don't know, whatever her name is, but she's amazing. Screenshot that, get this book because it's amazing. Make it happen. Let me know where you're watching from. So my niece was saying to me, I'm not even sat on a cushion, hang on. My niece was saying to me, oh, and Iona, I read this, they call me Iona, I read that book, and she was saying, I did a vision board, actually I've done 2, and they really work, and you've really got to believe it, in order to receive it, and if you don't believe it, it's not going to come about. What you think about is coming about. This is my niece. I'm like, who are you? So I said, really? Yeah, I got my girlfriend from it, blah, blah, blah. And she was explaining vision boarding to me. And I was like, oh, I said, everything in this book is what Auntie Noni teaches. She's like, what? And then I showed her and I said, look, I wrote a book. And she's like, what? You wrote a book? I said, yeah, I teach it. And she's like, oh my gosh, well done, Auntie Noni. Blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah. And so she was talking to me about manifesting and the process of manifesting and how you do it, all the things. She's not anywhere doing these things, but she believed it. And many of us, let me know where you're watching from, many of us as light workers, as spiritual business owners, as service-based business owners, as spiritual entrepreneurs, we know this stuff works. We know vision boards work. And if you've done my vision board challenge, I'm excited to see what is on your vision board. If you haven't done my vision board challenge, I will share with you that there's links in the show notes, in the comments. And I'll pin the comment, for the Facebook group. So it's called Spiritual Business Vision Board Challenge, Bank 50K in 50 Days, or Spiritual Business Vision Board, Bank 50K in 50 Days. challenge. And so you can join that group and post your vision boards. Don't be hiding behind closed doors, right? And so she said, they actually come true. And I'm like so proud of her because, and then she said to me, I watched a specific YouTuber. She's got blonde hair. She didn't tell me what her name was. I can't remember, but I literally listen to her stuff all the time. And I said, your Auntie Noni supports like YouTubers to get their work out in the world and to manifest their vision board. And she's like, oh my gosh, really, do you? And I said, yeah. And I said, in the book, I want to change the way that the self-help industry works, because there's so many of us that are reading so many books. What's your favorite book? So many of us that are reading so many books. List 10 books that you've read over the lifetime. List 20 books, right? And how much of that have you implemented? How much of that have you manifested? List how many courses you've bought, you've invested in. List how many coaches that you followed. List how many YouTube videos that you've watched. Like, are you any further forward? Yeah, you'll probably be a bit further forward. But like, are you actually manifesting? Do you believe it? That is what I want to say. And do you have a lot of fear? So this is what this daily podcast, YouTube podcast is about. We go through the visioning process, right? We go through the Bank 50K in 50 days. We go through what it looks like in these 7 areas for the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, how it looks like for you to contribute, what it looks like for your health, what it looks like for your emotions, what it looks like for your environment, what it looks like for your relationships, what it looks like for your spirituality, what it looks like for your financial freedom. Having that life work balance so it's not conflicting when you're working with your soul clients, believing that you can actually do that and achieve it, actually following through and creating your vision board, right? And then taking the steps to bank that 50K in 50 days, actually taking the steps to manifest soul client income. Like, and if you're hiding behind closed doors and you're like, yeah, dude, that's not for me. Like, I don't really want the money yet. You're not in business then, and that's fine. And you're not a light worker then, because that's fine. Because light workers, it's work, whether you have a business or not. Like, you're a light worker doing so many things, right? I know light workers choose as mamas and as papas. I'm talking about being in business. I'm talking about being in spiritual business. I'm saying that, the light workers who have that soul mission to work with clients, right? And soul clients, because that's what the title is, and have that financial freedom and say, well, I'd love to earn the money, but then scared of earning the money. And I want to help you get into what I call fearless receiving mode. Let me know where you're watching from. Fearless receiving mode. Because when you're in fearless receiving mode, and fearless receiving mode means busting your chops and doing the work. I saw a post on Facebook earlier, or yesterday, I think it was. I don't know if it was today. I don't know. But it said that people that are monetizing are not the ones that are complaining about showing up. And I want to say that, I teach on my masterclass when we do the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, Spiritual YouTubers Masterclass. It happens live on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. You can sign up, right? The links will be around here. I teach speaking to, serving, and signing up your high-paying soul clients online, right? Via video. And if you're hiding behind closed doors, people want to see who they're investing with, right? And it's like, yeah, I don't want to be too cheap. I don't want to be serving for free, but you're serving for free, and then all things. If we're not speaking to, serving, and signing up in spiritual business as a light worker, as a service-based business owner, we're not going to have that level of success that we want to have. And it's not even so if we're not signing up, if we don't know what it is that we're signing up our soul clients to, meaning the back end of your spiritual business, which I talk about extensively all of the time. If we don't know what we're signing people up to, let me know where you're watching from. Welcome. We don't know how to serve them, and we don't know how to speak to them. So if we don't begin with the end in mind of what is it that you're signing your soul clients up to, because signing your soul clients up and receiving the financial freedom is the agreement that you made when you came onto this earthly plane. You signing up soul clients, people saying selling is serving. When you're signing up your soul clients, it means that you've alchemized your wounds, right? You've turned your wounds into wisdom. It means that you've gone through your spiritual awakening. You've gone through and found the spiritual ascension tools to help you elevate on your path. And you've alchemized that and packaged it up and given it ready to sign people up. And most of the time as light workers, as spiritual business owners, we don't have clarity on that. And that's okay. That is what I'm here for, right? That's what I'm here for every single Sunday, to share with you, okay, what are your numbers? What is it that you're offering? To who, how, why, what, where, all the things, right? We talk about it in the book. So what are you signing people up to, your soul clients? Are you serving them? How are you serving them in order to sign them up? That's an enrollment spot. This is my enrollment spot. And the masterclass is my enrollment spot, right? And people say that know, like, and trust factor. And I had the conversation and on a call, and one of the readers for my book had said, no, actually it was a student, and she said, actually, instead of being 7 to 10 to 14 touches, mainly in marketing speak, like to speak to people now, that to get that know, like, and trust factor, apparently it's 21. And a lot of us are like, yeah, well, I went out there, I did a post and nobody bought from me. Although it's like, well, I don't do what I do for the money, but nobody bought from me. That doesn't work. We're contradicting ourselves all of the time. And so why should your soul clients buy from you just because you are a light worker or a service-based business owner or a spiritual entrepreneur? Like, and we're not serving them, and we're not speaking to them in the language that they actually, and we don't know the problem that they have. Like, why should they invest in you? And why should they invest in you when you don't want to have a call with them, when you want to hide behind closed doors? Why should they sign up with you when you know you're following what they're saying out there in the industry to go out and build a list? Like, when we're trying list building, has it worked for you? Absolutely not. Not for us, not for light workers, not for service-based business owners, and not for spiritual entrepreneurs. I say we shift. We're going to shift the energy in the industry to moving from that, oh, go out there and build a list. Like, let's build a legacy. Like, for real, let's build a legacy. And let's sign up our soul clients because it's about them. Because you are the vehicle to their next step, right? It's not about you, like how all you feel. It's about the soul contract that you're here. It's about your awakening, the things that you've figured out, the pain that you've gone through, that you are here to transform somebody else's life and shortcut their learning curve. Like, why would you not do that? Why would you hold it? You're not going to hold it, right? You're not going to do that. I'm sure you're not. So that's my kind of rant, in the sense of let's let go of the fear and be in fearless receiving mode. We can tap. We can do whatever it is that you do, that you say that you can help clients with. Help yourself first, right? So when we do the Bank 50K in 50 days, we want to know, I want to know how you feel. How do you feel about your financial freedom? How do you feel about money? Do you have money blocks? And your girl had them, right? And I've worked through them because I offer to my soul clients 10 times the value I ever ask anyone to pay, ever. And I work on having soul to soul connecting conversations. There's 2 books that I listen to. One that I listened to it today on YouTube, although because I didn't have the book on me, and it's A Happy Pocket Full of Money, because it's Financial Freedom Sunday, Infinite Wealth and Abundance in the Here and Now. Oh, this book was recommended by a student, a soul sister. Amazing book. And poppies are just like me. So as soon as I saw the cover, I was like, I've got to get it. It's an amazing book. Again, they've got a free version on YouTube to listen to it. It's just absolutely epic. The author talks about visualizing. He talks about, this is the quote, what is it? Life is the images that are expressed in the mind. Your life, our life is like the result of the images expressed in our mind, the images that we hold. So we're doing the vision board challenge, right? What we think of the images that we have in our mind and our subconscious, that is the life. So whatever is going on in your life is what you imagined. And it's like, ouch. Do you know what I mean? And people are like, when it comes to like New Year's and stuff, it's like, well, I'm going to set New Year's resolution. Now, dude, let's do it every single day. Like, let's visualize every single day. And he said, most people don't use their imagination. It's just like whimsical with the whole, being pushed and pulled by life, and the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast is here. I am here to support you every single Sunday. We're checking in on our financial freedom 4 times in a month. I want to really check in every day, but 4 times in a month. Like, when is the last time that you checked in with what it is that you were receiving? When is it the last time that you visualized floods? And we know that it's not about in the future, like, well, soon, it'll happen for me soon. Is like now. And I mentioned again at the top of this YouTube podcast that my niece was saying, and it works, but you've got to believe it, and it's got to be now. You've got to believe it now. And I'm like, oh, get you. She was explaining it to me, right? And it applies to money. It applies to soul clients. It applies to how many soul clients do you have? Don't say none. Don't say none. I don't have any. I have 1 or 2. I'm getting a few. Maybe. Don't know how to get them. That's not the vibe for financial freedom. You've got to believe it already, which feels crazy. I didn't make it up. Apparently, it's universal laws. So how in alignment with it are you? Let me know where you're watching from. And let me know if you are commenting, because I don't see any. All right. So you're on with me. We're spending time. It's Christmas Eve, right? All around the world. I'm not celebrating the holidays. I find it hard. I find it hard to even get into that, since my son passed. It's not the most joyous time. I'm just going to get about and do my business. I've been resting and chilling, and we've got family and stuff, but still. So I like spending this time just soul speaking into existence, getting ahead of the curve, sending out my energy, right? So let me know where you're watching from. I know that many of you have been watching me, and you're watching me on the replay, and you're catching me, and you're like, oh, I caught you live. And I don't know everyone, and I want to build those relationships, and I want to say, come into the Soul Legacy Academy, come and buy the book, see what I'm up to, come to the free masterclass, come to the free chapter group coaching VIP day. Don't sit on the fence. Don't sit just watching, right? Don't sit just watching. It's not about the know, like, and trust factor for me. It's about having that soul to soul connection. Anyone that comes across me, anyone that's scrolling in lazy mode on the socials, in lazy mode on Facebook, you're in learner mode on YouTube, and I love the YouTube platform for that, because people they come and they comment and they do all the things, So I listened to this book. If you have not seen this book, screenshot it and just look it up on YouTube, and then buy the book. A Happy Pocket Full of Money, Infinite Wealth and Abundance in the Here and Now, like here and now. It talks about quantum physics. It's lit. It's just lit. Another book that I normally talk about the books at the end, but I just want to share those with you because they're just amazing. Don't know if you've ever heard of that one. It was recommended to me. Another one is called The Prosperous Coach, by Steve Chandler, I think his name is, and Rich Litvin. And Rich Litvin, don't know if you know him. He's the Ever Coach guy from Mind Valley. And he was one of the first coaches that really, truly changed my life. I did sign up for Ever Coach at one point, but he coached me a couple of times. He gave me breakthrough sessions on confidence. Like, let's get this. Like, I teach clarity, confidence, systems, and strategies around your spiritual business, right? And I'm like, showing up, your girl's doing the thing, just talking. I got a coach. I was coached on confidence, and in turn, I saw a testimonial with Rich Litvin, and I don't think it's online anymore, where he'd signed up for a coach for confidence. Rich Litvin, he's super talented, and he was offering breakthrough sessions, and he said, I'm going to do 1,000 in a year. 1,000. Get on 1,000 calls, and not just any kind of call. It was, I'm going to do calls. I'm going to do 2-hour calls. He said, don't do less than 2-hour calls. And I was like, dude, my calls, I did 15-minute calls, and now I just do like an hour and a half, and I do 2-hour calls. Not even gonna lie, but he said, serve people like they've never been served before. Like, and he was charging people like 25 grand. Now he's working with the Mind Valley guy, and he's the head of the Ever Coach, right? And so I had 2 calls with him. I had a follow-up call. Literally changed my life. Like, I loved the way that he was doing it. And he said, reach out. He's got it all in his book. He said, reach out, and who it is that you know, and have a conversation with them. Invite them. It's either by personal invitation or by referral. And I call it endless referrals from the universe, because when we ask somebody, do you know of someone? People go, oh, I know, blah, 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 blah. It's like, but we're creating those referrals ourselves. Absolutely epic. And so in the book I was listening to as I was walking, they both Rich Litford and Chandler, I think it's Chandler, Steve Chandler, was saying about the coaching industry. This is years ago, this book is old, about the coaching industry and the problem that we have, meaning the selling and the social media posting and all the list building and all the things doesn't work, right? It's more of that, building those relationships and having a direct, like, focusing on enrolling. He says selling, I say enrolling. Focus on getting good at that. And that's the most painful thing for many of us. Like, you don't want to, let me know where you're watching from. If you're going to stay on with me this long, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if this is landing. Let me know if this is like the thing that you needed to hear today. I'd appreciate that. And so it's more of like, let me get into alignment with who I'm here to serve and have a conversation. And I say calls to conversation. And so I give you a call to conversation. So come to the masterclass, it's live, right? And figure out how to do your work in the world in a way that doesn't feel like you're selling your soul, right? Doesn't feel like you're selling your soul. I love it. So those are the 2 books that I listened to. Yeah, I listened to today. So for me, every single day, the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, we talk about a different area, right? Financial freedom is Sunday. Contribution to freedom is Monday. Are you commenting anywhere? Let me know. Can you hear me good? Can you hear me good? I'm not sure. They're just on comments, that you can get comments from Twitter. If you're a student of mine, let me know. Hopefully oh gosh, I didn't even put my headphones in. Can you hear me good? Oh gosh, I don't even know if I should put my headphones in now. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I think you can. I can see someone is on with me, but I don't know where you are. Oh, gosh, but I normally have my headphones in. Let me just figure this out. 20 minutes in, girls on a rant. It's okay. It's Christmas Eve. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me some love. Yeah, give me some love. Give me a thumbs up. If you're watching in the Soul Legacy Academy, then welcome. I want to know that it's working. Is it working? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yes? Have we got techie glitches? We've got a couple of people on. Let me know if you can hear me. Leave me a comment. Drop me, because I didn't put my mic on. So I just want to know that if you can hear me well, and then I will continue on. So hopefully you're enjoying this conversation. Come on to the YouTube channel if it's not working. It's at Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. Give me a thumbs up if it is working. I would appreciate that, because I'm talking and I'm like da, 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 and I'm on one and I don't see any comments coming through, but I know that somebody's been on with me consistently, and many of you have hopped on and off. So if you're scrolling, let me know. Wish me a Merry Christmas, right? Let me know. If not, I'm going to hop off because I don't think it's working. I'll wait a second, and if not, I'm gonna wish you good night. Let me know. Okay, I'm gonna jump off.